Good.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the Township of Nipissing Cemetery Committee for May 20th, 2026. We'll begin by asking for a declaration of the community interest of anything on the agenda. Seeing none. Motion to appoint a chairperson. Do we have any nominations?
Yeah. I'll second it.
Okay. You accept the nomination?
Yeah.
Perfect. So we have moved five. Have we appointed Dave Young as the chairperson for 2026? All in favor? Sign right there, please. And the rest of this is yours.
Okay, so we'll move on. We need a mover and a seconder. And we approve the minutes of the July 25th, 2025 cemetery meeting as presented. All in favor? So yes, we'll move on. We'll review the status of the St. John's Alsace Cemetery expansion.
So I started the application to use the care and maintenance funds, and they require a geotechnical or a
Hydro-G study.
hydrogeo study for the medical director of health, and then there's a whole bunch of other inspections. So that's only if we use the care and maintenance funds. So as the survey is only for $10,000, the BAO also reviews the municipality's financial status, and they make a determination if we need to use the care and maintenance funds. I strongly suspect that they would say we don't. So looking at what that return on investment would be for the municipality is if we asked council to provide the $10,000 we'll need for the survey and some of the work, that will give us approximately 1,000 new lots. We charge $50 for municipal revenue per lot that is sold. That would give us $50,000 by the time those were all sold. So that's a pretty good return on investment. And I think it's a good investment for council. I don't think that they would turn that down.
No.
And that by doing it that way, we can move forward a lot quicker with the survey being completed in 2026. Clearing the land can begin as soon as that's done. We have to start an RFP process or a tender process to harvest the red pine and sell it.
Yeah, I don't, yes, we'll get that going, but I don't know how much red pine is actually there, because it's not that great big of a strip.
Okay.
It's pretty narrow, but we will definitely get that going. Have somebody come and look at it, see if it's worth.
We'll investigate
Yeah.
that part of it anyway, and then if we can offset some of it, that
Yes.
would be great.
Maybe a nice size for small pine buildings, somebody that's in there,
Right.
if there's enough.
So the land clearing will commence after the survey is done?
Yeah, we need to know where we can clear
Yeah.
to.
So that won't, the trees won't happen this year, it'll be next year?
Yeah, probably next year.
Once we get the survey, we don't know when,
They-
then we have to do the investigation.
Yeah, they marked the one line and then the back line, so we can go in and start. But I mean, it's gonna take time reaching out to somebody to see if it's worth.
Yeah.
harvesting the pines and
Well, there was an old fence there,
There,
so
it's
it's
still
pretty
there.
close.
it's right on the fence line.
Surveys,
He marked it out, it's right on the fence line.
That's where the playing tape is.
Yes, yeah. They marked the property pin further up the road to use as a reference, but then they found the property line. And it's just, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much of a strip of pine left there.
No, it's gonna be, like, we already had it kind of drawn out and, I forget what the total, it's enough to get a vehicle in one way and back out the other with some lots in the center.
Yeah,
It's gonna be on an L shape. It's gonna come across the back and then out onto the L's house where we leave a little buffer of trees between the old and the new.
can somebody explain the hydrogeo study? Like what all is that all involved?
They want to drill for water to see
Oh, okay.
contamination or whatever. That's the hydro G.
That
There's
comes
red
from
pine
the
there,
medical
shouldn't be a
officer of
problem.
health.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And they
you
need
think
that to
sand
see if
gravel.
there's contamination if we bury there. And I was explaining that it's already designated as the cemetery
yeah.
and we already have the space, like, we're just clearing it,
Mhm.
but they didn't want to talk about it. So I guess I have the
Well,
It's
rules.
behind dry in there. It's red pine won't grow when it's wet. It's
Yeah,
right.
it's pretty, it's rocky, it's gonna be gravelly, it's,
And that was, so that's the Alsace, and I put a motion in your package to accept the staff recommendations, request council authorize use of 10,000 for the Alsace Cemetery expansion from operating reserves. I also put in another piece, the Nipissing Union Cemetery fencing project. Unfortunately, from the time that we started planning that project to the time it actually happened, the prices went crazy. So we do still have a portion that we have to finish. We should be able to do that for 10. We're
Yeah.
looking at roughly. So we were going to ask council to contribute that amount from the operating reserves as well. Because we do continue to put money into a fencing reserve.
yeah,
So that we can continue to do the fencing. In the same fencing for all of our cemeteries is the plan long term.
look nice, all.
It is a very nice
Yeah.
fence. And then that will keep the oldest markers in the old section of the Nipissing Union
Yes.
safe. Those were the ones that were getting hit by the skis of the snowmobiles going a little too close. Now, the
So
snowmobile
that-
club did help, sorry, the snowmobile club did respond right away and they put up snow fencing.
Yeah.
We just wanted something a little more permanent.
So 1,000 new plots, that'll be a lot of lifetimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no danger any of the three cemeteries filling up.
no,
no, there's lots of room. Now there'll be lots of room in all three.
yes, that's
The
good.
other two always have lots of room, but the Alsace was tight.
Yeah,
Well, and if you have a
no.
cremation zone,
Cremation, yeah.
take a lot less space. Lot
But they
less real
have a
estate.
lot, they're designated a lot.
Full lot?
No, if you can do them in a full lot, if you want a full stone. Well, no, that's the cremation section. So
Yeah.
the Alsace Cemetery doesn't have a designated cremation section where we just, in the Nipissing Union, we have a designated cremation section.
With the new expansion,
You could designate
that would
that.
save some real estate.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people are going to
cremation.
take that.
Because of the cost.
Now you can do 2 cremations
In
in
one
a
lot.
lot.
So
That's good.
Yeah,
that's the main one that we find we sell. Is a full lot, and we break it into 2 for a
Yeah.
couple, and then they have their stone.
Yeah.
So that's what we're basing.
While we're on that subject, have you said anything where say somebody has 2 casket plots? They've decided to get cremated, so they can put, let's say the man and wife on one now. The adjacent one, can it be transferred to another family member without any,
It has to be
Bureaucracy?
sold back to the municipality. We
And
don't
then
have,
we
we have a
sell.
non-transfer, and then we will sell it, because the care and maintenance has to be updated.
okay,
Mhm.
I was asked that too.
And while we're on that subject, the rights on, so if the person who owns that lot is deceased, and you have to prove that the person that wants to make those changes to the lot has the right, and that's very difficult.
But if they're deceased, they should be in the plot?
No, if they haven't used it yet. Like you're saying 2 lots? If there's somebody in
empty
those
ones.
lots, you
Two
can,
empty ones.
Yeah.
2 empty casket lots.
okay,
And if they decide to
Right.
cremate, so we can all go in one now, my wife and I say. So that one adjacent to it,
and that one
does a family
adjacent,
member have first crack at that?
well, we wouldn't sell it to anybody else until we had spoken to the family. Yes, that is
Okay.
what we do.
Okay.
But the one adjacent to it, let's just say that your wife went first. And that lot's in her name, then we would need all of the documentation showing that you have the right to sell that for her.
A husband?
Well, whoever it is.
Whose name it?
So this is where we run into problems
Yeah, I know.
because family dynamics being what they are. Right?
So if you buy two lots, you and your wife, you go in and sit down in the office with them, then you can, while you're there, say, I'm gonna be cremated and my wife, we're gonna be here and we would like, one of our children, but you
You
have to do that
name
in,
them
yes.
at
you
the
have to
point of
name them.
purchase,
To have first crack at it?
Yes, do it in writing,
because you can't just say one of our kids,
yeah,
because it's not up to me to say, sure.
yeah.
I don't play that role. You have to designate the owner of that
Yeah.
lot at the point
It's
of
like a
purchase.
deed.
It is a
It is,
deed,
yeah,
yes. And it causes a great amount of difficulty.
Especially with the dynamic families.
Right, and some family members are dealing with it better than others, and it depends where they are in their grieving process. So we've seen quite a few different,
And if it's not specified, that
Right.
lot will sit it vacant forever.
Yeah.
No one will ever use it,
correct,
so it's a wasted lot, waste of space.
because we can't just take it back, because we don't know where that deed is. Another one that we run into is, especially in our old section of the Nipissing Union, grandparents would have been buried years ago. And now grandchildren come along and say, we want our cremated remains to be buried with grandma. Well, grandma didn't designate that at the point of her burial. And we only allow for 1 casket or 2 cremated remains, and there's no other space available in that area. So we can't allow it. And the argument is cremated remains don't take up that much space, just put us on top. But once again, we have to look after what the deceased would have wanted, and if they didn't put it in writing, I can't assume that they would be okay with it.
So that happens a lot with infants, babies, newborns. So you wouldn't allow?
I've not had that situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what.
I don't want that one. We would definitely ask the committee to consider something if that were the case. I did have a situation where a stillborn infant was brought and they wanted to place it in an old family plot that was full. We couldn't allow it because there was no room.
Mhm.
And we made arrangements for another lot, but it wasn't what the family had wanted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, tough subjects. So tough.
they are, and we can't alter a lot if someone is interred and we aren't able to have their consent. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's written in the legislation as well. We've gone to the bereavement authority over this a couple of times, just to be sure, because we had one family that was very adamant that they wanted to do this. And we spoke to the bereavement authority several times, and it was always the same answer.
it's a deed,
Yes,
yeah.
so work plan for the municipal cemeteries, that would be just the LSAS.
Just the
and
LSAS
fencing
and-
is all we have right now, I think.
Yeah, and like I said, nothing will happen until fall anyways, if we start to do anything in there, because we're pretty busy this summer.
So I've been asked about this, and they asked me, can you guarantee this is gonna happen, this commence this year? I said, no, I can't. But can I get a guarantee to go back to those people that it is gonna be surveyed
Oh, yeah.
this year?
We have a
and move
surveyor,
ahead?
we've
Because,
already contacted him and we've
because the
spoken.
cemetery with no casket plots just ain't acceptable. This
Oh, I
day
know,
and age.
it's full,
Yeah.
there's not much we
It's
can
got-
Like, what are you talking survey, the lots, each lot, individual?
No,
lot?
no.
Oh, the property's
There's
already
section.
surveyed,
Oh, it's done, sir? The survey's
they
done?
surveyed it, it's done, it's marked out, it just,
But we just have to lay out.
we have
This
to
is
clean it
lots.
all up before he goes and puts the
Okay.
lots in.
I drove by there, I didn't see any new stakes or anything, so it was
No,
just.
he just
Why
ribbed, he
didn't
ribboned he ribboned the line right down
Okay,
the
that's
fence
since-
line.
That's since I drove there, since I've been there then.
I stopped there on the way and I could see them.
Yeah, I walked in there. We only asked for the line to be laid out right now so we can get in there, know where the line is, not to cross onto the property. And then it'll be, so essentially it is surveyed, but they will tighten the survey up once it's cleared out
It
more.
was early spring when I was,
Oh, yeah, no, he just did it 3 weeks ago.
yeah, no. it's
Yeah,
been
because I was talking to Paul and he said. he
Oh,
was
you were
there.
talking, okay, yeah.
But we've been working with.
There's
them
been
since last
ongoing,
year.
yes. It's,
So we've had the surveyor engaged since
Mhm.
so
last year.
it's
Yeah.
done. It's just a matter of getting
No,
in
you
there.
needed just the hydro testing, right?
No,
No, we're
no,
not
if we're
gonna-
not, if we don't go through, the bereavement, we're not doing hydro G.
We're gonna do this. on
We're-
our own.
Council's just
Well, we're gonna ask council to approve it.
to approve to pay for this survey and then,
Save us
yeah, a hydro G study would be way more than.
probably 2 years, 3.
Well, I
It'll be
haven't
worth-
even received a response from the people that I reached out to for a quote.
Yeah. So,
They have no
That's good
interest.
to hear then.
yeah. So it's well on its way.
This
Yeah.
is the best way for us to go
Yeah.
forward, and it was designated as cemetery lands.
Yeah.
It's already part of.
Right.
So
So
So,
like I said, the game plan was to leave a 20-foot buffer around the old cemetery and then open up the rest of it.
And as far as the other section, it's full. There's nothing else that we can do there.
No, that's, yeah, it's been that way for a while,
Mhm.
so this has to,
So this will make things better.
Any other questions?
I was out to Commanda, Dan, and there's a big spruce there that's.
Yes, we're on it.
The woodpeckers have already,
We're on it. We were there cleaning up. We seen it. We're gonna deal with it here shortly.
and there's a tower monument in St. John's down. What's the procedure for that?
They either get, when they're leaning, they get laid down and, we don't deal with headstones and
You don't put them up?
we don't know. It's up to the,
I don't
families?
think we're allowed to.
No, we're not.
no, we just, if they're leaning, and it's a danger, we lay them down and then it's up to the families to have them
Or they can just remain laying,
right.
but no, we're not allowed to touch them because they're purchased by the families and installed by the families.
They're old too, you know,
There's quite a few that they're starting to lean pretty good out there.
and loose.
Yeah.
How much money do we have in the care and maintenance fund?
$155,000.
And the interest, that including the interest?
Yes, each year the interest goes in and then we take out, usually what the interest was for the year is what we use for our fee for grounds. We're allowed to take that as our admin fee. I reached out to the bank yesterday to see about switching that account into a high interest savings account to see if we can generate some more interest in it.
Good.
There's,
I need a mover and a seconder. Right? Brennan? That we accept staff recommendation to request council authorize use of $10,000 for the Alsace Cemetery expansion. Survey from operating reserves. Let me see. And that we accept staff recommendation to request council authorize use of $10,000 for the completion of the Nipissing Union Cemetery fencing project from operation reserves. All in favor? Carried. Good. Need a mover and a seconder. Oops. And we adjourn the cemetery committee meeting at 1:21 PM. All in favor?